Everything is harder when you're not alone but feeling lonely. You can prophesy, but it ain't gonna change. My sympathy is found around because you walk a different ground. You found magic between your bassinet and grave. Covered in the thick of it, it's in the back and front, and everything conspiring to happen all at once. It's alright now, everything is happening alright now, and I'm alright right now, alright now. The path of least resistance is a suit that doesn't fit. Well, it's a trap to you, a shackle and a chain. And as you grind away your gears, your moments that turn into years will make a bed where you will feel no pain. While everyone makes sideline calls, it's you who stands and builds the wall. But I alone will answer to it all, and as for now, it's alright now. Everything is happening alright now, and I'm alright right now, alright now. Covered in the thick of it, it's in the back and front, and everything conspiring to happen all at once. While everyone makes sideline calls, it's you who stands and builds the wall. But I alone will answer to it all, and as for now, it's alright now. Everything is happening alright now, conspiring, inspiring to be right now, and I'm alright right now, alright now.
Welcome, family and friends, to Arise Online for our celebration of Earth Day 2021. Big thanks to Satsang for the opening song, All Right Now. My name is Corey Stanton, and it is my absolute pleasure to be your MC for this beautiful celebration of planet Earth. I'm a DJ and producer at KVNF Community Radio in Paonia, Colorado, and I co-produce a weekly science and nature show called Rain and Shine. I'm also on the board of directors for a nonprofit called Citizens for Healthy Community, and I love getting my hands in the dirt at my family farm where we grow lavender. Tonight's soulful lineup includes performances from Satsang, Mystic Grizzly, and Mike Love. We'll also hear performances from spoken word poet Changa. And prepare to groove along with dancers Alex Tomasian and Linnea Blackburn of Boulder's Block 1750. Throughout the show, we will have visitations from some exquisite and special creatures with whom we share this earth. Since 2014, Arise has donated thousands of dollars to trees, water, and people. And for Earth Day, we're continuing that tradition. Whenever donating to our event, you are providing funds to support the musicians, as well as grow trees across the state of Colorado. Tonight, we hope to plant 1,000 trees. Our next featured musician is Satsang, otherwise known as Drew McManus. Hailing from the mountains of Montana, in many of these songs, Satsang is reconnecting with his Western roots and exploring a whole new palette of sounds and textures. Drawing on classic country and modern Americana, Satsang's new music is all about letting go, being in nature, and living in the moment. And while these songs are honest and deeply personal, they're written in a spiritual language that taps into something far more universal, something inherent in the human connection that binds us as brothers and sisters on a shared journey on a shared planet.
I've been waiting for the day when everyone will say enough, and the stars will all align, and we'll see that we don't need this stuff. No, but that day it hasn't come, and when it does, I'll be the one who sings to the spirit and the people that not only are we equal, we have wings. They said you might not remember, but before you were born you could fly, and you will once again in this life or after you die. But you can learn to do it here, but you must cast away the fear and just go fly. Go fly. But I said these moments keep collecting, make my soul keep resurrecting. I say, oh my. I sing out mantras for protection, with careful selection they'll apply. This exactly how it is, that this is hers and this is his? I don't think. Well, it ain't my place to figure out, so I'll just pay attention in between the blinks. I said you might not remember, but before you were born you could fly, and you will once again in this life or after you die. But you can learn to do it here, but you must cast away the fear and just go fly. Go fly. I've been burning up always, and I'm still learning how to pray and how to guide. I find my balance in reflection, and my perfect imperfections were to ride. Well, our impermanence is perfect, and it'll work if you just work it. This is true. Marching parallel with ground, and I'll keep on praying with this sound. Now how about you? I said you might not remember, but before you were born you could fly, and you will once again in this life or after you die. But you can learn to do it here, but you must cast away the fear and just go fly. fly, go fly. Through my life I have found fear comes in all shapes and sizes. Well, a master of the fortress, a master of disguises. I say we used to run free, no fear of where we'd go. And we used to love free, not scared of being alone. I said these times can be returned to if we use the light that was shown on from above. Now in our quest for wrong and right, we got to be sharp, be like that tree, firm in your roots but expanding to see. Yeah, use both your eyes, and if they are covered then look inside. If they are covered then look inside. I say go, do you travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Now you are the one you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river, wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you, the story of you. The story of you, the story of you. I said I have lied, what a portion of my days trying to hide. Know who I was and how I was made, but I found strength in the struggle, pride in the trouble. My story's still going, still sifting through rubble. These are the days we were meant to be, but when it is open is when it is also clear. Yeah, clear like the sky, shapeless and open right after she cries. Cause the storm just washed it away, let the water rain down. I am here to stay. Let the water rain down, I am here to stay. Cause I know now I was made for so much more. And I know you were made for so much more. I say go, do you. Now travel far, share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Now you are the one you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river, wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. Story of you, the story of you. Story of you, the story of you. What I used to spend my days a sitting and wishing I could get permission to change my position. Instead of sitting in division, I honed in on transition, beat myself into submission and strolled into remission. But I guess it's my decision when I say I'm on a mission for to find recognition for that Godhead. Listen to the light that is shown around in front of you. You already know what it is you gotta do. Well, I say go with the flow and don't exert too much force. When you are in doubt, you gotta stay the course. Keep your eyes forward to the light that will shine on all of us together, cause we're headed towards Zion, Zion, yeah. Now all of us together, cause we're headed towards Zion, yeah. I say go, do you. Now travel far and share your stories and earn your scars. It's you. Now you are the one you will answer to when this life is done. Don't waste a minute, jump in the river and wash yourself clean so you can deliver you. The story of you, the story of you. story of you, the story of you. Well, I seen Jesus play with flames in a lake of fire that I was standing in. Met the devil in Seattle. I spent 9 months inside the lion's den. I met Buddha yet another time. He showed me the glowing light within. But I swear that God is there every time I glare in the eyes of my best friend. Well, says my son, it's all been done. Someday you're gonna wake up old and gray. Now go out there and have some fun, showing love to everyone. Meet and greet and cheat along the way. But there's a gateway in our mind that leads somewhere out there, far beyond this plane. Where reptilians made of light that cut you open, pull out all your pain. Tell me how you make it legal, something we all make in our brain. Some say you might go crazy, but then again it might make you go sane. Oh, every time I take a look inside that old fabled book, I'm blinded and reminded of the pain caused by some old man in the sky. Well, marijuana and LSD, psilocybin, DMT, they all change the way I see, but love's the only thing that ever saved my life. Don't waste your time on nursery rhymes or fairy tales of blood and wine. It's turtles all the way on down the line. So to each their own till we go home. To other realms our souls must roam. So through and through this place that we all call this space and time.
All right, Drew, your music journey started on a backpacking trek through the Himalayas. So I'm curious, can you tell us about this personal journey and how it eventually came to inspire Satsang?
Yeah, so I went over there as a climber, because pre-music I was just kind of dirtbagging and climbing and skiing and working at a gear shop in Montana. I took this surveying job, so I came up on some money. And instead of use that money to get a car that was younger than me, I spent it all to go to Nepal. And I went over there as a climber, and we were doing the 3 tallest passes in the Everest region. And then there's this village called Kenjoma that was full of these boulders. And in my head, I was going to climb all of these boulders. And you know, it was really like treacherous trip. Like each day you're doing like 10 plus miles. You're at a minimum of 12,000 feet. You're carrying everything on your back. And about halfway through the trip, when we got to Kenjoma, all the boulders were complete shit. You couldn't climb any of them. They were covered in dirt and moss, and the pictures had deceived me.
Expectations changed?
Yeah, so I just kind of was like, all right, well, the walk is the trip. And I just kind of surrendered to this thing of like, well, maybe I'm not here to do anything. I'm just like here for the ride. And there was one day we were going over a pass called Renjo Pass, and what's special about Renjo is when you get to the top, you can see Everest, Lobuche. There's like all 3 of the tallest mountains in the world are there, and it was a crystal blue day. But I got up there, and you hear there's just millions of prayer flags up there. So there's just this like, so it's just like full energy vortex, you know? And I pulled out my notebook and I wrote down this thing that later became the song Thrill of It All. For some reason, post that moment on the walk down, I just kind of started going like, okay, man, what are you gonna do with your life? Like what's the next move? Like, this is amazing, but you gotta go home. I had been writing a lot that trip, not knowing really that they were songs. They were just kind of things I was writing in chunks. And I decided that day when we got to the tea house at the end of the day, I was like, it's music. I'm gonna do music. So I spent the second half of this trip kind of being like, okay, well, what does that look like? I have no idea where to start. And then one of my last days in Kathmandu, I met this kid at an outdoor climbing facility. And he said, hey man, well later we're having Satsang if you wanna come. And I was like, well, what's that? And he told me, yeah, well, we get together and we'll read like a chunk of the Gita or scripture, and then we just talk about it for a while. So I get back to the hotel and I Googled the word Satsang, it's spelled Satsang, Mm-hmm. And I Googled it and it said in the company of truth and I was like, there's the name, I got a name, like step 1,
Which is very important.
It is,
It
yeah.
is.
So I knew what I was gonna call it. I had a rough collection of things that I knew I could turn into songs, and then when I got home, I just went nonstop and have been going nonstop since.
And it was born. Mm-hmm. Nice. Did you play previously before this?
Yeah, I mean, I've always played. I played a handful of shows in high school. I always knew that it was what I wanted to do, but I always just got distracted and I'd get comfortable, and the town that I live in, it's real easy to be comfortable because you can just, if you have a job and a place to live, then you just play outside all the time. And, prior to that trip, I remember telling my wife, like, I think I'm just completely content, just like dirtbagging and doing this. Like, you always meet these dudes that are super old in mountain towns that have just been dirtbags their whole life, and I'm just like, man, I could just be that guy, no problem.
Right? Socially acceptable, I've got this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I always joke, in a mountain town, if you hang out long enough, you'll become the mayor or something, So that was my plan, was I would just dirtbag for as long as I could until, something
Until you
cool
became
happened.
mayor? I still
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I always joke with my manager, Matt, that I'm gonna run for sheriff, Hunter S. Thompson style, when I retire.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, so yeah, I just stuck with it and haven't stopped.
These days it's hard to be, hard to let go, said it's hard to see. It seems there's always something trying to keep us down. War of a world turned upside down, but I see love, so sing it out. Well, this song is silent, transcending the world and unscathed by violence, and I won't let them harden me. Well, I know there's work to do, putting my gloves on and I work with you, 'cause I know we can either change it. Sometimes it's hard, but it must be done. So I'm gonna be love, gonna build strength, I'm gonna be where I'm at and give thanks. Take my time, admit when I'm wrong, write it all down and sing a new song. I'm gonna be free, gonna be me, 'cause I know that it's all that I have to be. I'ma build strength, find strength thereof. Now I'm gonna be love, yeah. I'm gonna be love, yeah. I said this one's for my tribe, because we're all in this together. We're living in crucial times, and we can be the change, yeah. We can learn how to love each other and live in a sacred way. And the great creator keep on growing us strong, yeah. And give us roots in our foundation, to carry the healing song, yeah. Well, this is our chance to truly make a difference. So get off the fence, grab your friends, get into it. We can all sing, try it out. Sometimes it's hard, but it must be done. So I'm gonna beat love, I'm gonna build strength, I'm gonna be where I'm at and give thanks. Take my time, admit when I'm wrong, write it all down and sing a new song. I'm gonna be free, gonna be me, cause I know that it's all that I have to be. I'ma build strength, find strength thereof. Now I'm gonna be I'm gonna be love, yeah. Be love, I'm gonna be love, yeah. I'm gonna be love. In the face of hate and greed, I'ma be love, yeah. I need my mama to call me, say everything is okay. I need my father to call me and say remember to pray. I need my brothers and my sisters in different phases, reminding me wherever I'm at, that's where my place is. I know I won't be here long, and I know that I'm often wrong, but I got this song, and I was meant to sing it. If you've got one, come bring it. Now let go of hate and we'll co-create. I said a song that could heal the nation. No more waiting, twiddling my thumbs and I lost my patience. Time to unify, cause that's where the strength is. I know it's hard to be the change when everything looking so strange. Gotta stay hopeful, gotta take time to pray. We need guidance if we're gonna try to lead the way. And sometimes it's hard, but it must be done. So I'm gonna be love, I'm gonna build strength, I'm gonna be where I'm at and give thanks. Take my time, admit when I'm wrong, write it all down and sing a new song. I'm gonna be free, gonna be me, cause I know that it's all that I have to be. I'ma build strength, find strength thereof. Now I'm gonna be I'm gonna be love, yeah. Gonna be love, yeah. Under the mountains where summer sees snow, the wind carries memories to where I don't know. On a rock in a river where time it gets slow. These are the places I'm from that I go. These are the places I'm from that I go. Well, I've been to everywhere half of my life. You tell me your town, I played there at night. It's a true tale, a story, though glory it lacks. I've been there before and have plans to go back. In the places we talk through, though mostly by phone. When I go, I don't go it alone. I know when I go, I don't go it alone. To the land of the mountains where summer sees snow. The wind carries memories to where I don't know. On a rock in a river where time it gets slow. go. These are the places I'm from that I go. These are the places I'm from that I go. If songs were a river and rivers were souls, I'd bathe in them daily and ask where they'd gone. Did it cool you or thrash you to think of it all? So sad to leave, but it's the end of the fall. When the snow flies, I follow and make my way known. A straight line to get my behind back on home. A straight line to get my behind back on home. It's not all the same, though often they say, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, oh. There's places we love and the ones that we stay. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, 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 oh. We plotter inside of my bones, and if it's last best, then it's best left alone. To the woman who knows me and holds me post-war, seen me stand on a mountain and cry on a floor. To the things that we have and we have yet to hold, these are the places I'm from that I go. These are the places I'm from that I go. These are the places I'm from that I go. These are the times we've been stuck in, feeling out of luck, and sometimes it's even hard to give a fuck, man. But honestly, I know it builds character, even when they stare at you. Keep your head up, don't let them tear at you. A beautiful life, although the money's coming slow. Remember, slow better than no. Remember, love better when they glow. Together we will grow, and the things are getting better, I know. So where the sun's shining, Lord be finding right on time. You'll all be fine, and you can bet your last bottom dollar. If the rain shut me down today, you'll all be back tomorrow. I keep singing my songs, giving thanks and praises, letting it be heard that I'm grateful for these days. There is not a man alive who can make me feel poor, cause what I got is worth much more. Air and water and love, friends that I'm certain were gifted from above. And everything that's new to me is an opportunity, so I'm gonna grow. Now everything that's new to me is an opportunity, so I'm gonna grow, 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 and you can grow too. Even though it's difficult, we gotta keep moving, keep improving, gotta keep a heartbeat booming. Honestly, there really isn't any other way to be happy, be grateful for every day you wake. And even when you're struggling, gotta cop a hustle, man. I know how it be when your belly be rumbling. Oh, I've been hungry too, so now I'm hungry too. And if you need assistance, brother, just ask. I got you, yeah. If you need a hand, I said I've got you, yeah. Singing my songs, giving thanks and praises, letting it be heard that I'm grateful for these days. There is not a man alive who could make me feel poor, cause what I got is worth much more. I've got air and water and love, friends that I'm certain were gifted from above. And everything that's new to me is an opportunity, so I'm gonna grow. Now everything that's new to me is an opportunity, so I'm gonna grow, 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 and you can grow too. Say, now I remember when we used to sit now in the government yards in Trenchtown, observing the hypocrites as they would mingle with the good people we meet. Good friends we've had and good friends we've lost along the way. In this great future you can't forget your past, so dry your tears, I say. But while I'm gone, baby, now everything gonna be alright. 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 I say, ooh la 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 is the way that I rock when I'm doing my thing. Ooh la 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 is the natural line that the refugees bring. Ooh la 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 la, and we'll sing. But I used to fight, beg, borrow, and steal. Ego was so big that I couldn't even kneel. Now I do it daily, maybe just maybe this is what saved me. It did away with crazy. I stay humble like a flower growing through the concrete. Be thankful for everybody that I get to meet. Be patient and forgiving as much as I can. But I give myself grace cause I am only a man. Only got two hands, but I'ma use both of them. Wrap around my neighbors just to let them know I'm knowing them. Hugging on my family, we growing every day. And I pray that we all grow this way. We'll keep singing our songs, giving thanks and praises, letting it be heard that we're grateful for these days. There is not a man alive who could make me feel poor, cause what I got is worth much more. I've got air and water and love, and friends that I'm certain were gifted from above. When everything that's new to me is an opportunity, so I'm gonna grow. But yeah, now everything that's new to me is an opportunity, so I'm gonna grow, and you can grow too.
So let's take a step back and talk about early Satsang, right? So Satsang has been described as this conscious music collective, a mix of funk, rock, soul, hip hop, and reggae, with roots really rooted, lyrics really rooted in, this personal spiritual growth, right? So I think Be Love really, to me, captures that Satsang movement that you've created. But I'd love to pull the curtain back a little bit and hear from you, what do the grooves of that song mean to you, and the lyrics?
Well, I like making things that people can dance to, but I listen to so much music. I listen to, on any given day, I could listen to Willie Nelson for an hour and then go to Nipsey Hussle and then listen to The Temptations. So the early stuff each album is kind of just a timestamp of what I was listening to at that time. And I knew Tubby was going to be on that track. So when I made that song, I kind of was like, what would Tubby do? And everything for him is this very dancey, upbeat, positive. Yeah, and all the old stuff, I've always been real obsessed with the ethereal,
Okay.
and whether that's Eastern philosophy or religion, of just this great concept of what is God, why are we here, and trying to connect to whatever that thing is. It's a never-ending quest for me, is to touch whatever's on the other side of the veil. So all of the early songwriting was really about that, and me kind of using that and dabbling into these different philosophies to figure my life out. I had a really weird, hard life, and as I was healing from that, I pulled a lot from different spiritual paths to try to figure myself out,
All right, well, let's talk about Grow. It kind of speaks to that, being patient, opportunities to grow, giving thanks, love, all these opportunities that are positive in our life. And it really resonated with me when I heard it. And when I listened to it, it's kind of a reminder, right? I have the opportunity to grow if I just let myself go and be vulnerable. And I think that's something Well, I'll tell you, like for me, that was really moving because I think that's that gift of being vulnerable, right? So I guess I wonder, for you, has that song changed over the past years, from the point that you wrote it to today, and how you grow?
Yeah, well, a lot of the songs I wrote to myself.
Okay.
You know, to kind of encourage myself. Grow is one of those where, you know, getting started in the music industry is pretty impossible. You know, it's very, very hard, but I knew it's what I was made to do. And I think when you have goals and you're really driven, I'm a really driven person. I love hard work. I love sacrifice. I really find myself in struggle on purpose. You know, I think when we're in that frame of mind, it's easy to not tally up all the stuff that's going really well. Like you woke up this morning, you can drink your tap water, your arms and legs work.
Yeah.
You know, and that all of the new stuff, that we can kind of switch our frame on it and go, okay, well, this is new and scary and I could stay in the comfort zone, or go, no, man, this is an opportunity at the very least to say you did it, you know, that you tried it. And that was always my approach with music was, well, I'll try one more year, and if I'm in a better place than I was last year, then I'll keep going, and it just keeps getting better. So
To dig a little deeper, right? It's Earth Day, so we want to celebrate it. So this past year you were talking about being able to reconnect with nature.
yeah.
Looking back on Earth Day, how did that help inspire who you are today? Just this past year, Mother Earth, nature.
Yeah, it is a critical part of who I am. And the music wouldn't exist without my connection to the natural world, you know, and I purposely live in a place where there is, you know, 1 million trees for every building. It's a very intentional thing. You know, I prefer to be surrounded by more animals than humans, if I can. It's probably the greatest ill of our society that people are existing without connection to the natural world, because it's, to quote the great Trevor Hall, he said to me one time, it's very important to remember that a mountain is still a mountain and a river is still a river. And we get so caught up in this like blah that's happening all the time, this politics, news, social media, all of this. And I'm blessed to live in a place where I know that deer are foraging, animals are hunting those deer, fish are swimming, the thaw is happening, you know, and that all of this really beautiful stuff is occurring at all times. So yeah, without the natural world, I'm not a me.
Well, you may think that I'm talking foolish. You heard that I'm wild and I'm free. Though you may wonder how I can promise you now that this love that I feel for you will always be. Well, you're not just time that I'm killing. Well, I'm no longer one of those guys. And as sure as I live, I said this love that I give, well, it's gonna be yours until the day that I die. And I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever. Amen. Just as long as old men now sit and talk about the weather. Well, as long as old women they sit and talk about old men. Well, you wonder how long I'll be faithful. Well, I'm happy to tell you again. Now I'm gonna love you forever and ever. Forever and ever, amen, amen, amen. Well, they say time can be cruel to the body, make a young woman's brown hair turn gray. Well, baby, I don't care, I ain't in love with your hair. And if it all fell out, well, I'd still love you anyway. And they say time can play tricks on a memory and make people forget what they knew. Well, Well, it's plain to see, well, that it's happening to me. 'Cause I've already forgot about every woman but you. And I'm gonna love you forever, forever and ever. Amen. Just as long as old men now sit and talk about the weather. Well, as long as old women may sit and talk about old men. Well, you wonder how long I'll be faithful. Well, just listen to how this here song it ends. Said I'm gonna love you forever and ever, forever and ever. Amen. 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 What am I to say now when you tell me you could breathe me in? Think I wanna be yours for now. I've been bent but I've never been broke. Been low but I always had hope. Been hoping I could find you. And I've been thinking a lot to find reasons why, if this is not to be. And I've been spending all my time trying to see what you see in me. Yeah. Now maybe if we play this right, we could have a first kiss for the last time. Tie it up now, call it home. Yeah, maybe if it all worked out, we could go half on a life for a lifetime. Never have to be alone. Never have to be alone. Been building up all of these walls, trying to keep it all safe and sound. But when I'm with you, I wanna take them down. And I remember when you tried to leave, about 25 times it seems. But it's hard to go when you know you're found. And I've been thinking a lot to find a reason why, if this is not to be. And I've been spending all my time trying to see what you see in me. Yeah. Well, maybe if we play this right, we could have a first kiss for the last time. Tie it up now and call it home. Yeah, maybe if it all worked out, we could go half on a life for a lifetime. Never have to be alone. I'd never have to be alone. But this is us, this is now, this is us home. This is us, this is now, this is us home. Yeah, maybe if we play this right, we could have a first kiss for the last time. Tie it up now and call it home. Yeah, maybe if it all work out, we can go half on a life or a lifetime. Never have to be alone. Never have to be alone. No longer fear the unknown, 'cause I know what I am here for. I keep on trotting on my own path, keep on learning from my present and past, yeah. When I no longer need validation, 'cause my story is long and I'm patient. I know that I've got lessons to learn, keep my eyes open each step I earn, yeah. No need for me to feel alone, 'cause I got a place that I call home. Every single road travel, every single new place, I come back home and they accept me with grace, yeah. I know that I was meant to be here, and I know that I was born into fear, but I will stand tall in the lion's den, 'cause I know in my heart I am one of them, yeah. Well, there are lies in the facets of everything that we see, telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free. I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more, 'cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true, and I deserve to be here, and so do you. Well, I deserve to be here, I said, and so do you. Hey, hey, hey. When I'm in a constant transition, constantly changing vision, story never certain, there is always a revision to be made. Think about the demons I have slain, I am not afraid of confrontation in vain. To the people that seek evil, not as peaceful as I look, what a warrior at heart, so precaution must be took. Trying to give in to the lessons that will soften my ways and means of changing, 'cause I talk to spirit often. Tell me to stay sharp, tell me to stay present, tell me to ignore the fools and focus on ascent. When I said I will stop my ego, I will remain strong. I will make mistakes and I will often be wrong. I'm perfectly imperfect and I'm only here to learn, and all the evil on the path gets burned. I'm perfectly imperfect and I'm only here to learn, and all the evil on the path gets burned. Well, there are lies in the facets of everything that we see, that are telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free. I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more, 'cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true, and I deserve to be here, and so do you. Pressure always comes from the outside, try not to let it in where I reside. Well, this is my heart, my home, my choice, my love, my life, my path, my voice, yeah. I feel my heart grow with each step, I stand firm in where my path goes next. When I know that where it goes is where I'm meant to be, the more lessons rain down, more blessings I see, yeah. There are lies in the facets of everything that we see, that are telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free. I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more, 'cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true, and I deserve to be here, and so do you.
Huge shout out to Colorado Sound Studios, Arise Online, and to every single person that has ever listened to anything I've written. Also, huge shout out to Unlimited Sciences here in Colorado. God bless y'all.
Holy and sacred and righteous and true, and I deserve to be here. And so
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's really good actually. It's a hazy IPA.
What does that even mean?
It means they don't process it or filter it, which is why it looks a little hazy. But that's good, all the flavors in the haze.
I don't understand that at all.
They keep it tight up front so that all that haziness can flow through on the back end. You know, like business front, party back.
Yeah.
You got it.
No, I just like parties, man.
No.
Hazy Little Thing IPA. Complex beer, simplified for your pleasure.
Welcome back, Arise family and friends, to the Arise celebration of Earth Day 2021, coming to you from Colorado Sound Studios. I'm your Earth Day MC, Corey Stanton. Please donate tonight to support the musicians and help the nonprofit Trees, Water, and People grow trees for the state of Colorado. Anyone who contributes $20 or more will receive a limited edition t-shirt by Phil Lewis Art and be entered to win some fun Arise merchandise and future concert tickets. Up next, we'll hear spoken word from Changa, as well as the video Convergent Evolution from Julius Horsthaus. As we move along, you will continue to see photos of many wild creatures from National Geographic's photo archives photographed by Joel Sartori. Our next musician tonight is Mystic Grizzly, also known as Jordan Hoffman. Jordan manifests his own style of experimental left-field-based music, specializing in raunchy psychedelic grime, psy-bass, glitch hop, and tribal world music beats. He will perform with the painter John Speaker and the dancer Alex Tomasian of Block 1750 to create a unique and mystical experience.
I will often be wrong. I'm perfectly imperfect, and I'm only here to learn, and all the evil on the path.
My mind could use some more enlightenment. My time is used for trifling. I would be more about the environment if I wasn't trying to figure out where my lighter went. I never spend my words to talk about the planet, but that doesn't mean that I take this world for granted. I like to join the conversations, and I tell people that I'm on it, but I also give my money to those corporations, and sometimes I throw away my plastic, but honestly, I really do care. I mean, a blue marble that a billion few share with like water and trees and really good air, and on top of all of this, you're there? This is our Earth. We inherit it. So we should try to be there for it. And like, you don't have to be intelligent. Look at me, I'm a degenerate. I don't even know how to spell that bit. But I have so much appreciation that I got to be born on it. Even if I'm always full of tension and a little arrogant, Earth and I have a connection, but I don't know how to take care of it. That kind of sounded like my last relationship. I guess that I could be more kind. I'm doing my best, and in due time, I do pick up the mess that I do find, especially when the trash was for sure mine, because I care about the Earth. I just don't know where to get started. I'm pretty bad when it comes to work, plus I'm easily distracted. That's why I should be using my words to talk about the planet, but I showed up with this poem because it's the little things that matter.
Happy Earth Day, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Much love.
We are the ones that must come back together to walk in the sacred way that we may heal the earth and heal each other. We're all the same people, we just live on different parts of the land.
the physical world is wiggly. The clouds, mountains, trees, people are all wiggly. Wiggly. Clouds, mountains, trees, people, wiggly.
Like you're from another planet or just from the stars?
feel the eternal flame of love within your heart that exists in all. Understand our shared truth. We are one.
People, like you're from another planet, or just from the stars, or just from the stars, or just from the stars, or just from the stars.
Pachamama, give me all the mana. Peace when I'm sleeping till tomorrow. Till the sunrise, I'm pausing like a comma. Give me all the loving, please, leaving all the drama. When we swimming in the stars like water. Temperatures rising till it's hotter. Making all the moves, calling shots, shot, cut. Agua from the gods, praise be to Jah.
En tus ojos estaban finitas, se bañan las estrellitas. En tus ojos estaban finitas, se bañan las estrellitas. Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama vienen del cielo. Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama viene del cielo. En tus ojos estaban finitas, se bañan las estrellitas. En tus ojos estaban finitas, se bañan las estrellitas. Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama vienen del cielo. Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama vienen del cielo. Limpia, limpia, limpia corazón, agua brillante. Sana, sana, sana corazón, agua bendita. Sana, sana, sana corazón, agua bendita. Calma, calma, calma corazón, agua de cielo.
Collected in my thoughts, from my purest waters I will wash. Traveler, Pachamama is the ark. Warrior of light, it's written in my heart. Meet me in the park, maybe in the light of day, or even when it's dark. Meditating unity, let the fire spark. To heal up the nation, but a fire in our hearts. Thank you, Gaia.
En tus ojos estaban finitas, se bañan las estrellitas. En tus ojos estaban finitas, se bañan las estrellitas, mamá. Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama vienen del cielo. Agua de luz, agua de estrellas, Pachamama vienen del cielo.
Yo, thank you guys so much. My name is Mystic Grizzly. That was all original music. Thank you guys so much. Happy Earth Day. And remember, for every donation is one tree planted. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Arise. Thank you, Colorado Sound Studios. So much love.
All right, so thanks for joining us tonight. Really glad to have you here for Earth Day and to take a pause and have a little Q&A time. So Jordan, would love to ask you, you've been playing music and performing with bands for years, but recently you switched your focus and your attention to experimental bass music, psychedelic grime, and even tribal beats. So why the shift for you?
Why the shift? I would say as I got older, around like the high school age, I got introduced to, like dubstep and EDM. And, obviously, so I've been playing guitar in those bands, and I was always obsessed with music itself, right? Always had a passion for music. And then once I got introduced to, dubstep, it was really just it was a massive shock. It was mind blowing. I didn't think that this even existed anywhere. I had never found it. People showed it to me. And I was always into like heavy rock and like metal. And so a lot of that early dubstep was like very heavy. So I felt very connected to it. And so once I got immersed into the whole dubstep realm, it just grew and grew and grew and grew, and to the point where I would start to make my own songs in my head. And I was like, wow, like I wonder if I learned how to do this. Well, I thought to myself, if I learned how to do this, I'm sure that I could make some cool stuff, because all these people are out here making all these crazy noises, and I'm obsessed with it. So I said, if I learn how to do it, I feel like I could make some cool stuff, because I have a music background. I kind of understand, composition somewhat enough to where, I felt confident in like making music. So then eventually it got to a point where I got to college, and then my buddy gave me FL Studios for free. And so I started trying it out, and then ended up going to a tipper event at Suwannee. And then that was like the turning point. And I was like, wow, I think my path is to make electronic music. And the reason why it was such a shift was because the electronic realm is so infinite that it's just never ending of, creativity, sounds, noises, as opposed to like just on a guitar, that in itself is infinite too, but it's, you're not hearing these crazy, all these like really stimulating sounds, so that's what I really was drawn to.
Right, and that's the beauty of music, right? It all evolves.
Yeah.
Ever evolving.
Ever evolving.
So we've all come together tonight to celebrate Earth Day, right? We're here in the spirit of trying to strengthen the relationship between music, nature, and humankind, right? So with your words of encouragement through your music, I'm wondering, do you have a wish for humankind with your lyric? Maybe a opportunity to help inspire your fans tonight to take action in a positive way for Earth Day?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's just so vital to take care of the massive life form organism that gives life to us and feeds us and protects us and nourishes us. Definitely one thing I would like to say is maybe like everyone should just truly be mindful of all like the trash and the waste that they have and where that goes. Being from Florida, I go to the beach all the time, and it's heartbreaking to see all the trash that's just left on the beach. And then obviously more heartbreaking when you hear of animals kind of getting trapped in that trash and all the stuff that comes with that. I can only spread my that's why I try to spread my messages through music, because maybe like that's one way people actually kind of receive messages. So I try to use my music to really like push that.
Well, it sounds like Manifest Gang too. Think past yourself to that person sitting next to you and the ripple effects to the person next to them. And just that same thing with how we impact our environment. If we throw one bottle on the ground, that becomes 10 bottles and then in the water. So
exactly. And if people see one, then they think, oh, I can do it too.
Right. It's just one.
Exactly. And then it's just a snowball effect. And then that's what, that's how all those gross garbage piles just get built.
But here we are, Earth Day,
Here we
celebrating, hugging trees,
celebrating,
loving people.
Yep, grateful for Pachamama and Gaia.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Jordan, for joining us tonight. Great to have you here. Glad to be here for Colorado Sound Studios and Earth Day, and we look forward to everything you have to come.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. It's honestly a pleasure being out here. I'm honored to be a part of this event, and that just really means a lot. It comes with a very beautiful intention. So thank you guys. I just want to thank Arise Music Festival, at Colorado Sound Studios, and everyone watching out there. Means a lot. Happy Earth Day.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm into sour beers. They're all like,
It's not that bad. It's more like a. That's the one. That's the one.
Wild Little Thing Slightly Sour Ale. Complicated brewing, easy drinking.
Thank you for joining Arise Online in celebration of Earth Day. I'm Corey Stanton, coming to you from Colorado Sound Studios. We hope that whether you're with your family and friends having a watch party or at home dancing with your cat, that you're able to escape through tonight's performances and celebrate our one and only planet Earth. Check out the link in the comments to help support our artists and musicians and plant some trees through the beautiful partnership between Arise and Colorado nonprofit Trees, Water, and People. Our goal for this Earth Day is to plant 1,000 trees, and we can only do it with your support. Next up, another poem from Changa, and after that, our featured musician, Mike Love, who will be joined by dancer Linnea Blackburn of Block 1750.
Earth and I are dating. Until we started debating because she's always hating everything I'm doing and saying, and it's kind of getting annoying. Every day's a new disappointment. We used to be cool with so much enjoyment, and now she's calling me cruel and a pretty bad boyfriend. And lately, I haven't been my best. I'm guilty of adding to the mess, but I'm ready to help nature in her stress, and I'm not just saying that because she's calling me ex. I'm saying it for the mountains, the sea, and those feelings that we get to catch. But it feels like every time I hug a tree, a different one is getting smashed. I usually don't do what's right, and I'm also known to lash. Every time nature spends the night, we always wake up trash because I'm a questionable influence. I don't even know what I've been doing, but I haven't been giving back to the ecosystem. And when the environment started to look bad, I acted like I'm your victim when I'm the reason why this is even happening. I've been so mean and you've been so astonishing, but now I understand after so much pondering, and man, I really crossed some boundaries. And I am so sorry for repeating the same old story. You know that guy that litters with no worry? Well, I was that guy and she was still there for me. So I care about the earth a lot. She's one of a kind. Sorry that I mess up from time to time, but I'm getting better with my actions and my mind besides that path of destruction that I left behind. But now, I know better. I used to get angry at her cold weather until I realized pollution wasn't so clever. I thought I was being a go-getter, and I wasn't getting it. I was dumb. And now that I'm trying to get with it, I got dumb. I didn't care for my carbon footprint when I was young, and now the damage is done. The roots have died and the flower's gone. But this is something that the world is gonna pass through, because she's a strong girl, and that's true. I wrote this apology even though it's past due. So if you want to help actually, then at least pick up your trash, dude.
In this modern age of music, genres blend together as naturally as the river flows into the sea. With the expansive library of music from all over the world, from every time period at our fingertips, creative artists seem to be more and more liberated from the archaic mentality of being pigeonholed into one genre or demographic. Mike Love is at the forefront of this movement. With a foundation rooted in spirituality and message-based music of reggae and Rastafari, he blends the sounds of progressive and classic rock, pop, R&B, soul, blues, jazz, and so much more. Healing is at the core of his music. Mike Love is a musician devoted to revolution through sound, joining us tonight in celebration of Earth Day and in the spirit of strengthening the relationship between nature, music, and humankind. Please help me welcome back to Arise, Mike Love.
Only an illusion, yeah. It's only a dream, only a dream, yeah. It's only a dream, yeah. It's only a dream, yeah. Well, yeah, it's only a dream, not yeah. It's only a dream, not yeah. It's only a dream, not yeah. It's only a dream, not yeah.
It's only a dream, yeah. Only an illusion, Lord. It's only a dream, yeah. Oh, Lord. Hey, as we walk on this path, on this road that we trod, that we call real life. All the hands that we shake, all the moves that we make, all the bonds that we break, all the smiles that we fake. It's only a dream, oh yeah. Only an illusion, Lord. Yeah, yeah. So won't you shake me, Lord? Won't you wake me up and break this spell that I've been under for so long? Shake me, just wake me up and break this spell that I've been under for so long. Shake me, just wake me up and break this spell that I've been under. Want you, Lord, take this veil off of my eyes. Take these bonds off of my heart, yeah. Take these bonds off of my eyes, oh.
sure to be sure that you're not ungrateful. Cause this life is a gift, and the man you receive should be the man that you give. Because so many contemplate the man, and a cup is half empty, God, the cup is half full. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Be thankful, Lord, yeah, be thankful, yeah. Lord, I, my brother, why you wearing that frown, Lord? Has the system been cheating you, beating and holding you down, yeah? Lord, you've lost sight of everything that you stood for. I know you got to bring the glamour and the God you wanted more, yeah. Well, I love the illusionist, hypnotist, politics. They got you on the puppetry, dangling, and it makes me sick just to see how long it's been. We've been held captive as prisoners of covering your skin. But listen, if we better win, because my friend, just when you think that it's gonna get the worst, remember the last shall be the first. So be thankful for whatever you got, cause you got to be sure that you're not ungrateful. Cause this life is a gift, and the man you receive should be the man that you give. Oh Lord, I know, sister, you got no mister. You think it's the end of the world. Remember, charming and intelligent, graceful and independent, young and beautiful girl. But a bunch of searching for that validation gets stuck up in bad relations over and over again. And then you just concede when you give love to so many men, there's nothing left for yourself or your friends. Oh no. But don't you fear, your love is near to lift you up and to make things clear, to hold you close and hold your hand, to heal your heart and help you overstand, to show you and assure you that you are much more than this world has made you bargain for. A daughter of the Most High Jah, a mother, sister, lover. Just a series of steps and forward, some backward. But don't be confused, sometimes when you lose, your life moves forward. I'm up with the past to the last, and you will live for the day. Cause the minute you live in regret is the moment you let your future slip away. So be here now, don't fight the river flow, no, be here now. You don't wanna miss the big show, Lord, be here now. There may no better place to be, so be here now. Cause what will be, will be. So be here now. Don't spend all of your days with your head in the clouds, no. Oh, be here now. Cause it's so hard to watch the sunset with a heart full of regret, wondering if the best is yet to come, yeah. So be here now. Cause who knows what tomorrow will bring anyhow. Oh, be here now. Don't watch all of these moments pass, stuck behind the looking glass, wondering what the fates will allow. Be thankful for whatever you got, cause you got to be sure that you're not ungrateful. Cause this life is a gift, and the more you receive should be the more that you give. Because so many contemplating whether the cup is half empty, God, the cup is half full. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Be thankful, be thankful. Hey, no.
Mike, so your music blends different sounds from all over the world. How did you come to develop your style?
Well, I think like anyone, it's so easy now, our access to music. I think when our parents were growing up and our grandparents, it's like they really had access to the music that was happening in their community, and then just whatever was coming in on the radio. So basically they got exposed to what was around them and like the top hits of the day, right? So if you were living in Spain, and you would be really mostly influenced by Spanish music, or if you were living in Cuba, most would be Cuban music, or just whatever region you're at. But now it's interesting because we could go on about this for hours, but I feel like music has to be different now, because there's no way for it to have these like reggae music came out of East African folk music that traveled over to Jamaica, and it had this path, but it was like really connected to a small community forming this sound. And there's so much exposure to everything now that something like that just couldn't happen. In a different way, it's like all music is kind of blending together, and you're hearing, so many different blends of different kinds of music. And it's because people are just exposed to it. And growing up, like, I was exposed to all different kinds of music that I fell in love with. I really fell in love with, with blues, with Chicago blues, but also with Delta blues, which was from a lot earlier in the 1900s, and I fell in love with flamenco music, and I grew up with classical music, and I grew up with, the folk music of the 60s and 70s, and the rock music of the 60s and 70s from, my dad's influences. And then I got into my own influences with like, modern rock and soul and hip hop and all of this stuff, and it all kind of in its own way at different points in my life influenced me and still influences me. But it's like when you get so deep into something and you really just want to play that, then you play that for a while, and then you kind of go back to where your center is, and then a bit of that sort of blends itself into who you are as a musician, I think.
It sounds like a journey.
Yeah, well, it's life. It's a journey, right?
Do you feel like the way that people took music back then, right? You're right. It was very self-contained. It was very cultural. It was a way of telling stories. It was a way of remembering history and passing that on to your different generations, because that was how you transcribed historical events, right? So I take that and what you just described and then think about how we tell stories through music today. But being able to be influenced in what you described, how does it kind of change the way you tell your story through your music?
Yeah, I think it's hard to say when you're living in it, and really the key is just to try and be honest in everything that you do. And it's like whenever you play music, whenever you write a song, it's going to be a story. It's going to be telling a story. And sure, it's going to be a lot different than, the stories, Native American folk music tells, but we're living in a far different world now. We live in a fast-paced world of technology, of an industrial age. And so, we have to tell the stories of this time, of the revolution of this time, of the joy of this time, of the suffering of this time. And we have to try and tell all these stories, and that's what people resonate with, because we're living these stories. And so, and they will, just like the folk songs of the 60s, the stories of our time will tell what, about what's happening, about the real, I think we try and capture the real feeling and emotion, because, you can write out history in the history books, but it's like there's a communal feeling and energy, in the air right now that we're experiencing. And you'll never really know what it is, if you're not there feeling it. But the closest thing we can connect to those feelings is music and art, I feel like, and that's why we express it in the way that we do.
No, slavery is up to you. In your redemption will come if your words and actions are true. Because no matter what, no one can make your choices for you. Cause in these traveling times, money comes and goes. But one thing I know, shall we live and live on alone, no. And the sun will shine, and the rain will fall. But I know, shall we live and live on alone, oh, no, 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 no. Believe me, I know that it's hard to be strong now. And believe me, I know it's hard to find where to belong now. But believe me when I tell you that things are gonna be better soon, yeah. And believe me, they could never harm us, my brethren. Deceive we as we strive to rebuild our Zion. And believe me when I tell you that your future is up to you. So don't you let them make you the fool. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, jam and start anew. 'Cause all this glamour is meant to do is to distract you and attack all of your weaknesses. And who will be your shepherd when you go astray? And who will be your guidance when you lose your way? Who will be your courage when you move afraid? Only Jah. Early this morning, and just sun was not yet dawning. But I know in my heart that it's gonna rise. 'Cause just before dawn, the night is at its darkest. And just when you think what you seek is at its farthest, that's when Jah will show you, Jah will reach you, Jah will teach you. 'Cause in these traveling times, when anything goes, there's one thing I know, Jah will live and live on alone. And the sun will shine, and the rain will fall. But I know, Jah will live and live on alone, no, no, no.
So healing and connecting with people is at the core of your music, and reggae and Rastafari are at the foundation. So can you tell us a little bit about how your spirituality guides your music and your message as you write?
Yeah, well, when I was pretty young, and I was really discovering my own spirituality. You know, reggae music and Rastafari came into my life hand in hand, and really was a super pivotal point on my spiritual journey. And I think that's always an evolution too, and my spirituality has evolved greatly since then. And you know, my connection with reggae music, and the reason why I feel like it's at the foundation of everything that I do, even if I'm writing a soft and tender folk fingerstyle song on the guitar or something, I still feel like Rastafari and reggae music is at the core of my intention and my message. And that's the thing that really attracted me to it the most, is the message, you know, and the message is woven in the sound and the energy of the music. And that's what I try and carry across all throughout everything that I do. And it's totally, that's it, the connection to the people the spirit of revolution, of thinking for ourselves, of working for ourselves, working for our communities, not working for the Babylon system, you know?
So do you see your music healing the world around you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah? How do you see that? How does that feel
I
for
mean,
you?
It's incredible. I mean, you know, anytime you help somebody, it's the most incredible feeling. And you know, if it's like you're at the grocery store and somebody, you know, drops their groceries and they all fall on the ground, and you get a chance to say, hey, you know, let me help you out, and you pick them up and you help them. It's such a good feeling, and it's just such a simple, natural feeling that's built into who we are as humans. So I think we're all like one of our highest goals in life is to do something, you know, on a career path where we can support ourselves, support our families, and make people happy and heal people and lift people up. And I feel incredibly blessed to have found something like that I can do. And not only that, but just to have been kind of given this path. And I don't feel like I really planned any of it, or I really like had to, you know, fight against a lot of, you know, kind of like oppression or obstacles to be able to do it. It just kind of, you know, things fell into place and consistently kept reassuring me that I was on the right path. And a huge part of that has been people, you know, and it still continues. You know, one of the hardest parts about like doing these shows the other day is like, you know, the policies of the venues is like I'm not allowed to go and do my meet and greet at the end of the show, which is for me a really big part of the show, because, you know, I can be up there on stage and experiencing this energy of the group of people that are in the room, and I become a part of that, and you know, our spirits and our energy fields come together, and that's one thing, you know. But then, you know, I don't really get to connect with individual people. And then after the show, when I get to come out and talk to people who have, you know, everybody's got their own story, their own path, and it's really awesome to hear somebody say, you know, like I was, you know, I don't know, on a really bad path and doing drugs or something like that, and then I heard your song and it reminded me that I was worth more than that, and it helped me to get out of that. And it's like you hear something like that, and it's like that's enough fuel to really keep you going for a long, long time. And then you hear tons of people telling you that, and it's like it really solidifies, okay, I'm doing the right thing. Because, you know, we all doubt ourselves, and I constantly doubt myself, and I'm like, what am I doing? You know, am I in the right place? Or, you know, and so it's a really great blessing to have that. And I find a lot of times when I'm doubting myself the most, you know, if I'm having a bad night at a show or something, and I think, you know, like, God, this is like the worst show I've played in a long time. I'm not connecting with people. I feel like I'm not connecting with my higher self. I'm not really like in my zone, that I'm, you know, in a deep meditation and playing this music, and I just find it hard to get into that, you know, and I'm like just really working hard at trying to find that center. And I'm thinking like, God, this is really horrible. And then, you know, somebody will come up to me and be like, that was the greatest show I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's just changed me. And I'm like, that it always something like that happens to remind me, like, okay, you know, it's like I'm not the worst. I'm just like, you know, having a bad night, but even on a bad night, it's worth it, you know.
me on earth. Would you fill your heart with fear and sorrow? Or would you look at it as every bird? There was a boy who was sitting in the shadows, locked himself far away from the world, afraid to share the manna in his marrow, afraid to let his black wings unfurl. But I won't be a victim of this society. I will play jam music in a Babylon. I won't give my energy to fear and anxiety. No, these are my roots. This is my song. Yeah. If I was to say to you tomorrow would be just the same as the day before, would you look at it as a curse or a blessing, an opportunity or just a chore? Take every moment that you're given, now you're living, and do its fullest, now you're caught up in the system. To give you opportunity to break free of these prisons, go fuck the system, yo, manifest your vision, hey. Cause whatever you put in your mind, you're gonna find the flower. So don't give it a doubt, get it out, it's time to reclaim your power. It's only you can save yourself, yeah. So don't you be a victim of this society. Go and play your music in a Babylon. Don't you give your energy to fear and anxiety. No, 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 no. These are your roots. This is your song. Yeah. These are your roots. These are your roots. These are your roots. This is your. These are your roots. These are your roots. These are your roots. This is your. These are my roots. 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 This is my song. These are my roots. This is my song. All this time will pass into the past. So if you're happy, then make each moment last. Don't hold nothing back. And if you're suffering, remember it won't last. Get over it faster. Get back to living and giving love. Oh, this life is just a test. I will remember this life ain't over yet. So please always remember not to forget a newborn baby's cry. Their very first years, they are so hopeful, and great-grandfathers die. After many years, it is a circle. Oh, teenagers find love, then screw it all up. Yeah. They are so fearful, yet somehow invincible. Oh, this life is not a curse, no. But there will be hard times, and it will get worse, but always do your best. Always remember that you are blessed. Oh, everywhere you go, plant seeds, love will grow. But remember who you are. And if you travel far, remember your heart is where your home is. So if you travel to the stars, remember your heart, and you won't be homeless or homesick at all. But this life is just a test, with many failures and some success, but I will place my bets, and I will leave here with no regrets.
You originally played Babylon Control with Deb Conscience, a 10-piece band, and then tonight you'll be playing it for us solo. So I'm wondering how it transitioned from a 10-piece band, that creation process, to a solo that we're gonna hear tonight.
Yeah, I mean, some songs, that was part of the hard thing that when I went from a big band to being a solo artist, part of the hard thing was I was arranging for a big band with horns and backup singers and everything, and a lot of those songs just didn't work playing as a solo artist. And that was a lot of, a big part of my journey as a solo musician was learning to write these songs that just worked, in a simpler way. But Babylon Control was a song that was pretty easy to transition to. It didn't have a lot of like breakdowns and changes. So yeah, so I started doing it like this, and it was it was interesting because, you know, it's a song that I really wrote like 15 years ago, but when I put it out on my YouTube channel this last year, it got a lot of traction, I think, because the message really resonates in this time that we're living in more than ever. You know, songs are so interesting like that. You listen to Bob Marley's music and his lyrics are more pertinent than ever now in the times that we're living in, you know, and that's the great thing about music. It can be timeless, you know.
Your song No Regrets talks about planting seeds and that love will grow if you remember who you are. It talks about having successes and failures, but with no regrets. You sing of being invincible, but still fearful. And these are really powerful words. So do you ever find yourself, I feel like that's a truth that's hard for us as society, the truth for ourselves versus how society defines the truth for us, and the struggle. And that's what I kind of pulled from your song. So do you ever find that as being a struggle or difficulty remaining in this place of no regrets?
Always, yeah. I mean, that's why I wrote the song to constantly remind me, because it's really about, you know, living in the moment. I wrote it for my grandpa when he passed, and I wrote it for my, you know, youngest son that was born about the same time. And you know, there's kind of messages about those things. And then my oldest son was a teenager and he was going through all of that angst, and you know, we were dealing with that, and it was kind of like I was seeing all these reflections of life and realizing that, you know, life is really, it's such a blink of an eye in the grand scheme of things, and really all we have is this moment, and that's what living with no regrets is about. It's about living in this moment and having the good sense to recognize that when you have some joy, to just like forget about everything else and really focus and appreciate it. And that also when you are suffering, that, you know, to have that perspective like that, you know, I need to focus on this and learn from it now too, and also understand that it is for learning and that it's not going to last forever, and that, you know, soon I'll be out of this place of suffering, and that I can, you know, so that you can really like focus on it and appreciate it.
Learn from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't miss that opportunity. Okay, if the earth could talk, what would she say to us humans now?
Man, I cannot pretend to know that.
I think I understand.
I don't think it would be very nice, though.
I see her shaking her head at us at many levels and then
Are
smiling.
we allowed to swear in this?
I don't.
No, yeah, you know, I just think, you know, we really, all we can do as individuals is control what we can control, and not lose hope because of the things that we can't control.
No, never lose hope, right?
Yeah.
She's counting on us.
Yeah, and we, you know, and all we can do is do the best that we can and share what we've learned and share the knowledge in our communities and learn from our communities and grow on our own as well.
run. I went to the city, but the city was gone, radiated with hatred and destroyed by a bomb. Behold the brilliant colors of the nuclear dawn, but there is no song. All has gone wrong. Jah had given me, planted deep within these aristocracies, hypocrisy and power and greed. So wake up to the fact that they're controlling you. But not you doing what you want to do. The system that we live in is doomed. Oh, Jah knows it's true, and I know it's true, and I'm just telling you this. Because I love you, brethren, through and through. I'm untrue until the very end. The sweeter the kiss, the stronger the poison, and this is the reason that I drink them. I'm dying for nothing. It's Babylon control. It's Hollywood mind control. They take the youth, they'll show you the proof. Come and see the truth. It's written on I am on soul, Rastaman soul, yeah. News media control, political mind control. Get under your skin, step up in your thin, but do not give in for not all. Let glitter is gold. By hateful enemies. All of this in the name of power and money. How could this be the future for we? The green and mighty forests of the Amazon, the lush valleys of Hawaii, all dead and gone. The once abundant and fertile land of Babylon, now sand and stone, stripped to the bone. Us from the source of our lives, poisoning the seas and polluting the skies, ignoring the cries and promoting the lies. So now that this vision has come into your life, I hope that you will take up your part in the fight against those who seek to turn our day into night. Stand up and fight, yeah, you know it's right. Yeah, I'm just telling you this, don't you know? Because I love you, my sister, through and through. I'm untrue until the very end. The sweeter the kiss, the stronger the poison, and this is the reason that I drink them. I'm dying for nothing. It's Babylon control. It's Hollywood mind control. They took it to you to show you the proof. Come and see the truth. It's written on a higher man's soul, Rastaman soul. It's news media control, political mind control. Get under your skin, step up in your thin, but do not give in for not all. Like glitter is gold. Yeah, I have been fooled before, but now I know. Hey, the difference between believing in what I'm feeling, believing in what I've been told. Oh, yeah. 'Cause the propaganda, it burns like wildfire, a fire, a fire, a fire. They use it to turn murder against brother, yeah, brother. It's Babylon control. It's Hollywood mind control. media control. Political mind control. Get out of your skin, stop up in your thin, but you'll be victim in this empire of glittering fool's gold. And I know. It's news media control, political mind control. Get under your skin, step up in the thin, but don't be victim in this emperor of glittering fool's gold.
How's it, everybody? It's Mike Love. I just want to thank so much the Arise Festival, Arise Online, the Colorado Sound Studios for having me here. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in to the Arise Festival this year. It's been just a great pleasure to be a part of it. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you all, because you all make it happen as well. Love you. Aloha. Ahui ho.
We are so grateful for all of our partners who continue to support Arise and our artists. Thank you to Colorado Sound Studios, Mint Talent Group, Sierra Nevada, Westword, Rocky Mountain Virtual, and KVNF Community Radio for making tonight possible. Thank you so much for being a vital part of our community and for joining Arise Online in celebration of Earth Day. And whether it's online or in person, we can't wait to dance with you again. I'm Corey Stanton. Have a beautiful night.
gone. Bodies lying burned in the midday sun. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to run. I went to the city, but the city was gone. Radiated with hatred and destroyed by a bomb. Behold the brilliant colors of the nuclear